Alrighty guys, what's up? So you might have seen my post and you saw a Klipsch badge on it, on the post. And that's because my grandpa got me something amazing for my birthday. Unbelievable. So here it is. So we'll start off with the new amplifier he got me. He got me the Yamaha AS701. This is a 4-channel amplifier, but can supply multiple speakers in each channel, as it has 2 sides. It's a screw-on channel, but it supplies 2 wires to go into each one. You have your A and B speakers, your power, your remote. It also comes with the remote. Pretty nice remote. You also get your bass, your treble, your balance, your loudness, all of your inputs and outputs here with a little nice tactile knob, your CD direct amp, and a pure direct, which will give it high fidelity sound through your speakers. Here I have a Bluetooth receiver that I plugged into my amplifier to make it work with Bluetooth or with wired. So it'll work Bluetooth or wired. Next, let's go over to the 12-inch Klipsch subwoofer with a built-in amplifier. I have this also hooked up to the Yamaha. All my speakers are hooked up to the Yamaha, but this is a 12. This subwoofer runs at around $500 to $600. So it kicks so hard, and it's amazing. I mean, it sounds so clean. It looks super good. And here is the cover. It is super nice mesh as well as wood for the outline. Next, we have the 2 towers. These things are unbelievably loud, and they are the cleanest I have ever heard in my life. And you get 2 6-inch drivers with your copper spun cone and their signature horn tweeter. They are the Reference Premier series, so they hit so hard. You get screw-on terminals on both, as well as, except for the subwoofer, which runs through your LFE or left and right RCA. I have it hooked up LFE up to my amp. I am going to be, so right now I have it hooked up through headphone jack. Soon I'm going to get this thing hooked up through optical so I can get cleaner audio, because you can't hear it unless you put your ear up to the tweeter, but there is a little bit of static and buzzing, but it's very minimal, and you can only really hear it if it's like max volume. This amplifier though gets so loud, because if you see, the travel for the knob goes from here and then it stops right there. So at around this percent volume, like right here, half is ear piercing. And is what's amazing about these speakers too, is the fact that full volume on a normal amplifier, either the amp will distort or the speakers will distort. On this, the amp does not distort, nor does the speakers. So they just sound amazing. The subwoofer, here, I'll see if I can kind of get the amp back here. So there's the port, then there's the amplifier. You have your frequency, your gain, your RCAs, your phase, as well as your off and on switch, and then your power cable, which on the power cable on the subwoofer is detachable, and it is also detachable on the amplifier. The amplifier is a separate power cable, so that's very nice. Or it's not separate, but it comes with the power cable. It is detachable though. We can see the guts inside. You see we have our amplifier right here, that big block there, and we have 2 heat sinks inside, so it stays pretty much super warm, super cool, and it just performs unbelievable. I mean, it sounds amazing. It's not a small amplifier either. I mean, this is my hand on top of it. It's not a small amp. It's a pretty big, beefy amplifier. It's very sleek. I like how it looks kind of modern but vintage at the same time. And just, oh man, just sitting and watching movies with these things are just unbelievable. You know, you have the floor bumping bass, you have the super nice highs with the super nice mids. It just delivers what you'd expect out of these speakers. And the one thing I love, especially with these reference series and all these other things, the newer speakers too, is the fact that the grills are magnetic, so it makes them taking them off a whole lot easier. Because having tower speakers with the ones that just come off with the pins, like the subwoofer, are a pain. And I've had speakers where I have snapped the whole cover in half because it's either delicate or it just doesn't come out. So yeah, super nice, super hyped, and I will be doing an excursion on the sub very, very soon.